Welcome back. Many veterans find making the transition from the military to the civilian workforce can be challenging. That's why Soldiers Angels created its Veterans Internship Program. Here to tell us more about that is U.S. Army veteran Corporal Nilsson Garcia. Nilsson, thank you for coming to be interviewed today, and tell us a little bit more about Soldiers Angels Internship Program.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me and giving us the opportunity to showcase Soldiers Angels in the Orlando area. The Veteran Internship Program is a great program because it gives the veteran the opportunity to transition back into the workforce. And you know that it's challenging to make that transition for all of the veterans because, you know, we're programmed a certain way in the military. And, you know, when I got out in 1995, the tools and resources weren't set up to deprogram us. So going back into the workforce, and I'll use myself as an example, it was very challenging because, like I said, we were trained a certain way, we had certain expectations. It was pretty much either you do it our way or the highway, and there's a lot of things that it was hard for me to separate because, you know, there was yelling, there was anger, there were so many other things, so that wasn't set up. But now, you know, fast forward to today, there's a lot of resources and tools, and then going back to Soldiers Angels and the Veteran Internship Program, they introduce you back into that, you know, using Microsoft programs, softwares, how to interact with other fellow veterans that are part of the organization. Then you go out into the communities, the VAs. So you're kind of like eased into it, and at the same time, you're being provided all the other programs, whether you're experiencing mental or physical situations. The VA is there to support you and also help you transition as well.
How long did you serve in the military?
I served from 91 to 95. My first duty station was Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. And I must give a shout out to my Wolfhound brothers out there. And then I served my last year at Fort Hood, Texas. So it was 4 years.
And how did you become associated with Soldiers Angels?
Well, in 2020, I came to Florida because my dad had a stroke. And then we discovered he had cancer. Once he passed away, well, let me backtrack a little bit. So that brought me here, and at the time I was unemployed, and it was the pandemic. So I was also going through my own mental and physical challenges, and so I reached out to the VA, and they connected me with a social worker, and from there, she mentioned, hey, there's these organizations out there that can offer you support aside from us, and so I reached out to Soldiers Angels, and then they assisted me with the food distribution. There, I met Sophia, who is also a volunteer, and she said, hey, why don't you try coming out and volunteer and do this? And so for me, that was a great connection because I said, you know what, now that I have the time, despite, you know, what's going on, I want to give back to my fellow veteran brothers and sisters.
And how long were you out of the military before you got engaged into the internship program?
Whew, that's like maybe, you're talking about since 1995 to now, so over 20 some years maybe.
So the transition has been a little difficult.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
It's been a road where a lot of doors closed more than opened.
And what was your biggest challenge transitioning personally?
For me, you know, being an infantryman, it was that transition of, you know, my mindset was like, I served my country for 4 years. You know, I did this. And like I said, the doors and opportunities weren't as great. So there was a lot of things that were challenging mentally to try to, you know, get those opportunities that others had. But, you know, you had to go through certain steps and accept sometimes that, you know, the jobs that you wanted wasn't the job that you were going to get at that time.
And basically, how could you tell me your overall experience has been with Soldiers Angels Internship Program, and how long is it?
It's been a blessing. The internship program is 6 months.
Okay.
If it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have had the opportunities and blessings to get out there in the communities, connect with the CDCE staff at the VAs, and also connect with other vets. And, you know, like I said, it's been so rewarding. And at the same time, they provide those opportunities to grow and you know, gain the knowledge. So it's just been a great blessing. If it wasn't for them, then I probably wouldn't be here today.
And how has your family benefited from the program?
The family has benefited from it in so many ways because, like I said, when I had to reach out for help and my dad needed, you know, caretaking, it also connected me to like the eldersaffairs.org site, and then I was able to provide him with assistance. It also helped us get support where my mom and I could take breaks and give ourselves the mental and physical opportunity to, you know, do our thing, so it wasn't all committed to just his care. So all of those things just interconnected, and like I said, there is blessings.
Yeah, my condolences on your dad.
Thank you.
I have a hospice background. I was a veterans representative, so I understand how much the different resources and services can help a family in a time of need like that.
Yes.
Can you tell us how Soldiers Angels can help our fellow veterans?
Yes, there's so many programs. And, you know, aside from the military and veteran food distribution, we have the Treats for Troops, where we collect candy and we pass out candy bags, you know, when it's Halloween time. And that's like one of the biggest, you'll see like their faces light up, smiles. They're like, oh my God, they're always asking, like, when are you gonna pass out candy? The other big thing is the Girl Scout cookies, you know, and it's a pleasure passing that out. Then we have Home of the Brave. We have the Warm Feet for Warriors, which we pass out socks. So organizations, schools, everybody from the community just donate socks. Then we also have the Adopt a Family. Then we do the Christmas and holidays. For the food distribution in November, we hand out turkeys. And then, of course, during the holidays, we pass out stockings at the VAs and other communities and other organizations as well.
Yeah, and I know how much those cookies mean to the
Oh, yeah.
veterans because I've been at Lake Nona when you guys have been giving them out. Well, Nilsson, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time today to share with us the Soldiers Angels internship program and how you and your family have benefited from it and how other people can benefit it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, and I will say something real quick.
Yes.
We are in need of volunteers to fill certain roles, so definitely go to our site at soldiersangels.org and just sign up. And if you're able to give some time, we definitely need it.
Corporal Garcia's experience is a great example of how Soldiers Angels is providing resources to veterans in a way that makes a long-term difference and improves their quality of life. If you'd like more information on anything we discussed today, as well as how to connect with Soldiers Angels, go to ocfl.net/veterans. That's where you'll be able to find the links and contact information you need. I hope you'll join us again for Operation Outreach, as we will continue to highlight the many programs and services available to military veterans in the Central Florida area. Until then, I'm Fred Robinson. Take care and thanks for watching.